up, 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 up. The Bitcoin supply held by long-term holders, another all-time high. MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor, just still accumulating all the while, everybody. In this video, we're going to talk about those two pieces of news, why I think all the data that's happening right now in the charts, just in the world of crypto, in the world of on-chain data, it goes against this notion, this general sentiment that crypto could potentially die. Bitcoin could be dying or close to it. I think all of the data suggests the complete opposite, especially this cycle around. I want to talk about that in this video. Everybody, I don't know if you saw my post on X yesterday, but this was a clip from December 12th, 2018 at the bottom of the bear market, $3,500. I want to show this for such importance because this is the same fundamentals that I used in this clip back then is exactly the same in this bear market cycle. And so this clip, 15 seconds, is important. Check it out. This longer term trend of Bitcoin, I think it's a fair and conservative goal for Bitcoin to be at $60,000 by 2021, right? We're still not even in 2019 yet. So Bitcoin, $3,500 at the time. We're talking about the speculative move to $60,000. Speculative, right? That's what it was. We're talking about like a 17x. And it's 2018, I'm doing that video. The same exact way I was sitting there then covering the charts is exactly how I sit here now and I'm covering the charts. So this was like back here, I was doing that. We went on to see $60,000 in 2021. And now we're here in another bear cycle. We're going into the next halving. And it's just a compilation, a convergence of all the same similar data. Could crypto go to zero? Absolutely. I always take that in that crazy, volatile, scary thought. I always take it and apply it to my approach to crypto. There's that risk, right? But I'm comfortable with that risk. I think it's way more risky not to have exposure to this game than there is to have exposure, especially because, as I said, this cycle around, I think is even more bullish than last cycle around, last bear cycle and the bear cycle before that. And it's because we have a lot of different things happening all at the same time. As you know, MicroStrategy buys $147 million worth of Bitcoin, now holds 158,000 Bitcoin. No big deal. Just scoop up $147 million worth of Bitcoin. And you could just see on X, a lot of people talking about it. MicroStrategy just did this big announcement. And it's really a big deal because I saw a post earlier. Basically, I think I might actually still have it. Let's see. Here it is. MicroStrategy in September 2022. This was a year ago. They bought 300 Bitcoin worth $6 million. Well, this year, September 2023, they bought 5,000 Bitcoin worth $140 million. Do you see the difference? Why is that? Question that. Then we're going to talk about not only Saylor accumulating, but long-term holders simply accumulating the bear market. And I think probably a lot of them, maybe you're one of them, you're probably picking up what I'm putting down in terms of these cycles. But look at this. This was last September. MicroStrategy buying a fraction of what they just bought now this September. Why is that? It's probably because this next Bitcoin halving is approaching, and we're approaching a bull cycle similar to the bull cycles in years past, in cycles past. And here it is going all the way back, right? Post 2012. And again, there's no guarantees. I know I talk very confidently about this. I want to just really be clear. There are no guarantees. The chart could break. Crypto could fail. Bitcoin could fail. I realize that. But when you have all of the data coming together that's suggesting that there will be continuation, and when you have even macroeconomic data and even the recession and the interest rate situation, all of these things that actually happened during the bear market, such good timing to make the case for a 2024, 2025 bull market. You have all of these things coming together. It's really difficult to not be bullish on this chart. Therefore, I think it makes sense why Saylor and MicroStrategy went pretty heavy in September. But what's up with this whole long-term holder thing? Well, here's what the chart looks like. And Michael Saylor, surely in this chart, the total supply held by long-term holders, you can see long-term holder supply in orange. What's happening? Price falling in a bear market, and you can see the black line, the all-time high. Price starts falling. We're in the bear market. We're still in this winter sideways But what's happening? We see the long-term holder supply in orange increasing during that period of time, right from all-time high. Basically, accumulators stepping in, say, okay, time to start buying through this bear market, through this bear cycle. And that is to say, if we go to a chart, the accumulators start stepping in and buying here. And it's the same thing every cycle. And it's just repeating itself right now. So if we go back and we look at the chart, you can even see at the top of a bull market, or actually I should say at the beginning of a bull market, that's probably right around November 2020 right here on the chart, it starts falling. People start selling. People start taking profits. And it's just, that's the same cycle and cycle after cycle. It's the same thing. So we have all of this happening, but we are in this bear winter type of vibe. And when we get to these areas, we do start seeing a negative sentiment. We do start seeing people leave crypto. We do start seeing just people giving up. We do start seeing articles like this: is Bitcoin dead? All potential bearish scenarios. Unravel the possible downturns of Bitcoin's trajectory and determine Bitcoin is at its end. I have news for you, everybody. It's not at its end. It does go over the bullish case, right, surrounding halvings, because we have a halving coming up, and talks about the supply reduction often leads to increased scarcity. Historically, it's been followed by price appreciation. Goes over that. But then it does go over 9 scenarios, bearish scenarios, that might follow if Bitcoin's dead. Altcoin depreciation. Altcoins would suffer greatly is basic point. But one of the couple points I wanted to bring up is loss of institutional interest. Bitcoin's downfall could lead to a loss of interest from institutional investors. I just want to say, out of all the cycles that we've had so far, right now, this bear cycle, we've had the most interest. Let's put the arrow up for institutional interest. There's an increase. And it's evident with MicroStrategy and everything that they're doing. And on a deeper level, headlines like this: Fidelity, Bank of America, indirect exposure to Bitcoin through MicroStrategy. You know, this was a headline this year in spring of 2023. All these banks, institutions getting exposure to Bitcoin because they want it, because the interest is there. So we talk about loss of institutional interest not happening. And even on a deeper level, we really know what's going on. Key Bitcoin ETF applicants: BlackRock, WisdomTree, Valkyrie, ARK Invest, VanEck, Fidelity, Invesco, Bitwise, Global X. Loss of institutional interest? Nope. I don't think so. The article also talks about regulatory scrutiny. And that's the other thing I really want to talk about, because it's kind of like, and it's saying in the event of Bitcoin's failure, regulatory authorities may intensify their focus on other cryptocurrencies. It's really naming Bitcoin, but if you think about it, in the event of crypto's failure, in the event of FTX failure, in the event of Celsius failure, regulatory authorities may intensify, and they have. And they completely just throw it out the window. Why did they not step in to protect investors from the FTXs and Celsiuses of the world? They're going after the good guys, Coinbase. Why did they do that? It's for a different video. But regulatory scrutiny. Here's a bearish scenario. Is the scrutiny? I don't think so. I think this regulatory scrutiny that is happening right now, Binance being sued, Coinbase being sued, just other projects being sued, SEC going after everybody, naming altcoins like ADA security. It is scrutiny. I don't think it's bearish though. On the short term, it's bearish. You look at a chart, what it did when, SEC sued Coinbase, bearish. Obviously in the short term, it's going to be. But on the macro, this is precisely the thing that will be bullish for crypto. And you all know me. I say time and time again, I think the SEC will lose a lot of these cases because they're not on the right side of the law. And the courts are already starting to display that a little bit. We talk about a lot the SEC versus Coinbase case. We talk about Judge Fila, her skepticism of the SEC. And it will be very interesting to see if that case even gets dismissed in the shorter term. But it's wins like that, if the crypto space gets it, that will provide clarity for the space, but also just such a nice path for the next bull market, right? Post 2024 halving. So yeah, it names regulatory scrutiny, but I don't think it's necessarily a bearish thing. Negative perception, obviously, is another one. there is negative perception, especially when price is going down, especially in a bear market. I see it in the comments alone. I'll see it in probably comments below this exact video. There's a negative perception. There's negativity. But that is what it is. That's what happens in not only just crypto, but in global markets in general. If something is falling, if price is falling, that's just what happens. And there's negative narratives attached to it because of it. But wait till the bull market starts and you'll have this exact opposite of that. Lack of innovation, disagree with that because it's actually innovation that seems to be increasing within the crypto space. Think about how companies like Coinbase even are pivoting with all of the challenges they're up against, still pivoting, still building. A lot of companies out there building. I'm a recruiter. I run my own recruiting firm in the startup space in crypto. Crypto companies are growing. They are innovating. They're not stopping. They're slowed down a little bit, especially in the US because of what's happening, but they're not stopping. And so these are just some points. But you see, this is the list of these bearish scenarios. And in my view, it's not a strong list. It's not a strong bear case for crypto in general. Because I think all we have here, besides just a really bullish looking chart, is a ton of different bullish metrics, is a ton of different bullish narratives. And that's just my thoughts. And I'm not trying to sell anybody on crypto at all, but I'm just enthusiastically displaying my opinion for you on video with just a few points. If you agree with that, please let me know in the comments below. If you're out there right now, smash the like button for me. Let me know it. Let me know it. Hit the subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And we'll keep track of these markets, everybody. I appreciate you. I really do. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.